All right, we're going to talk today about the order of operations, lesson 13-1. I can use the order of operations to evaluate expressions. This is a rule of math. So when you have an expression that doesn't have parentheses, brackets, or braces, you have to figure out what do you do first. You do not go from left to right always, like when we're reading. Math has a little different rule. So we go in the order that has been determined by mathematicians. We do parentheses, brackets, and braces. Then we do exponents. Then we do multiplication and division. And then we do addition and subtraction. We do them in that order. And you can, to solve this equation, if you follow that rule, you'll be able to get the right answer. There are no parentheses and there are no exponents. So now what we do is multiplication and division before we do addition and subtraction. And it doesn't matter what order they come in. So the first thing we're going to do in this problem is we're actually going to do what's in the middle, because division comes before addition, and so we do that first. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now we do 15 plus 4 plus 5 equals 24. That is the order of operations. And we have lots of ways to remember that. This is the way I remembered it in a school. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And those were the first letters of the order of operations. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Now be careful. If the division problem comes before the multiplication, these guys kind of walk through the door together. So multiplication and division always come before addition and subtraction, or subtraction and addition. So you could say division multiplication comes before subtraction addition. It doesn't matter if there's a division problem from the left to right before multiplication, you do that first. And we'll see some examples of that coming up. They changed this program and it's a little bit more clicking. How can you evaluate a numerical expression with more than one operation? So you have to follow the order of operation. That's how you do it. Here's another example, and we'll see who's right and who's wrong. So if here's your problem right here, the same for both kids, and you follow the order of operations. There's no parentheses, there's no exponents. Multiplication and division come before addition and subtraction. So who is doing the addition first? Who's going left to right? Juan is, so I can tell he's wrong. Let's check Rebecca. You have to do the 9 divided by 3 first, and that's what she did. And then she did, the second thing she did was the multiplication. And then finally she did addition. So she did it correctly. And you can watch the video in Savvis to help you, to guide you through the process, the order of operations. Parentheses first, then multiply and divide from left to right. So in this case, division comes before multiplication. Sometimes multiplication will come before division, but both of them come before addition. Addition is the last thing that you do. And subtraction, I should say, addition and subtraction. Insert parentheses to make the following statement true. Now, these can get kind of tricky, and you have to keep playing around at them to figure out how you could make the answer true. So how can we get 6 using 3 plus 5 times 2 minus 10 equals 6? Now, if we follow the order of operations, what we would do first is we would do the 5 times 2 is 10. And then we would do plus 3 minus 10. We would do addition, left to right, addition and subtraction. We don't hop around and start over here when we have just addition and subtraction. Then you do the left to right. So 3 plus 10 is 13 minus 10 equals 3. So following order of operations is not going to get us a 6. They're telling us that there's parentheses in here. We forgot to put them in. Where do they belong? How can we get a 6? So let's try over here. 3 plus 5 times 2 minus 10. We already know we can't isolate the 3 times the 2, so let's try, how about if we isolate the 3 plus the 5? Now, when we follow order of operations, now we can actually add before we multiply because we do what's in the parentheses first. So let's try this. 8 times 2 minus 10. And we follow the order of operations. Multiplication comes next. 16 minus 10 equals 6. So that's how we solve that one. And number 2, write a numerical expression with parentheses, then find the value. So in this case, you can do anything you want. 2 plus 2 minus 1 equals 4 minus 1 equals 3, whatever you want to do. Remember to always use the order of operations. Name the proper operation you would do first. That's all you have to do here. What do we do first for number 3? We have addition and we have division. Remember our order of operations. We're going to be doing the division first for this one. For number 2, we have multiplication, addition, and division. We do multiplication and division before we do addition, and we go from left to right, and there's multiplication first. So we're going to multiply first. For number 5, what's the first thing we do? Be careful here. Don't get tricked. We always do what's in the parentheses first. So in this case, we're going to add. We're going to be doing addition. And we always do what's in the parentheses first from left to right. So we're going to actually subtract on this one first. And for number 7, remember these two little guys they are before addition and subtraction, and there's no addition and subtraction in there. So then we follow the left to right rule. So we're going to divide first because division is first there. I know that's a lot, but that is actually algebra. And you've got a lot of questions to figure out here, or you can be working in the buddy work.